What's good, guys? Certified Yapper here. Let me ask you something real quick. When was the last time you didn't do something just because you thought you might look stupid? Be honest, because that right there, that's the thing that's quietly ruining your life. And the craziest part is that nobody even cares as much as you think they do. It's all just in your head. I used to be that guy, honestly. I was overthinking everything. The way I act, the way I talk, what I post on Instagram, what I say to people. I had literally rehearsed what I was gonna say in my head before even saying it. Like one time I remember, right, being at the gym and I wanted to try a new exercise. Nothing crazy, but in my head I'm like, oh nah, people are gonna think I'm looking stupid doing this and all that. So I just went back to the basic stuff I always do and never actually tried the new exercise. And then I look around, right? And literally nobody was even looking at me. That's when it really hit me. I'm out here limiting my own life, thinking people are gonna judge me. Yeah, in reality, nobody gives a shit. Think about it. How often do you look at everyone in public that's around you all the time? You probably barely even notice. So what makes you think that everyone's looking at you like you're supposed to be the center of attention or something? The problem with caring too much about what people think is it slowly turns you into a background character in your own life. You stop speaking up, you stop trying new things, you stop taking risks. You're basically starting to live like you're being watched 24/7, like there's a camera on you and everyone's judging your every move. But in reality, everyone's too busy worrying about themselves, man. Think about it. When you see someone trip in public, yeah, you may notice it for like 2 seconds. Maybe you might even think about it for a minute. But then you go right back to your own thoughts. You're not thinking about that person all day. So why do you think people are doing that to you? You gotta realize that no one gives a fuck. Everyone has their own life to live. Here's where it gets dangerous. The more you care about what people think, the more boring and smaller your life gets. You don't go up and talk to that cute girl. You don't post that picture. You don't take that new opportunity. And then a year goes by, 2 years go by, and you're in the exact same situation you were, wondering why your life hasn't changed. It's not because you're not capable of anything. It's not because you're not smart or not strong enough. It's because you're too scared of being judged. So that scaredness makes you miss out on key life moments. You just live life like an NPC almost. I'm gonna be real with you. You may not even be that shy. You're just scared of looking stupid. There's a difference. Shy is like you're naturally quiet and that's fine, right? But most people, they got things they want to say. They want to say those things. They have things they want to do, but they just don't do it because they're too scared of looking dumb. And that fear controls everything in their life. Here's the truth nobody tells you. You're gonna look stupid at some point. You're gonna mess up and say the wrong thing. You're gonna embarrass yourself. And that's a part of the process. If you really want to change your life, then you have to go through it. But avoiding that is what's gonna mess you up even more. Because you're not even in the game if you're gonna avoid it. Now you're just a background character and your life pretty much means nothing. Let me flip it like this. Think about the people you actually respect, the people you look up to. They're the ones doing their thing, living life freely and not caring. Do you think they're out there playing it safe and worrying about others' opinions and thinking, oh nah, I can't do this, I'm gonna be judged? No, they got to that position in life by being okay with looking dumb in the first place. And here's another thing, the people you're scared of being judged by, half of them aren't even where you want to be in life. So why are you letting their opinions control you? That's like taking advice from someone who's already a fucking loser. It doesn't make sense. At the end of the day, buddy, you only got one life. That's it. You can either spend it trying to impress people who don't care, or you can actually live it the way you want. Because here's what happens if you don't fix this. You're gonna wake up one day, years from now, and realize that you played your entire life safe the whole time. You stayed quiet when you should have spoken. You held back when you should have gone all in. And that regret hits way harder than embarrassment ever will. So here's what I want you to do. Next time you feel that hesitation, that voice in your head saying, oh nah, don't do it, you're gonna look stupid, just fucking do it anyway. Speak anyway, post anyway, just go for it. Because life is so short to fucking care about what random people think. Once you go for it, your life will actually start to change and you'll have such a less boring life. Because confidence isn't something you wait for, it's something you have to actually build by doing the uncomfortable things in life.